Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Unknown Hobo. As always, I'm your host, forever, or at least a little bit confused, Marlon. And today's topic is, am I actually happy with where I am today? Or am I actually happy in general? So if you do have a topic you'd like to discuss or questions you'd like to ask, depending on where you're listening this to, whether it's on YouTube or Twitter or wherever it may be, put in the comments below. Or you can always message me on Instagram at the UnknownHobo. So the questions of if I am happy where I am now, in general, in a self-improvement world, it's a it's a normal question to ask, but you get a yes and a no answer. And that's the hard part about this question, because someone asks you this, you can say yes. And the follow-up question is, well, why are you doing this thing to change yourself if you're happy where you are? And if you say no, the question is, well, what can you do to make yourself happier? Whatever it may be. So unfortunately, the answer to this question is yes and no. Video over, podcast over, whatever it may be. That's pretty much it. But if you actually want to listen to me a little bit more and go down this rabbit hole of why these answers are both yes and no. So one of the books I've spoken about previously on other podcast episodes or videos, whatever it may be, is The Power of Now, which is a more of a spiritual book, but it actually gave me a lot of perspective on how we are when we grow ourselves or while we're growing and how we perceive the world overall. So one of the big things, I always forget this saying, keeping up with the Joneses. That's the saying. I don't know how I actually remembered one. Whoa. So like keeping up with the Joneses is, at least here in America, is a big problem, where people are trying to put on this facade of something that's better than who they are, or at least what they perceive is a better version of them. And a lot of times what happens is you end up in a financial problem or whatever it may be. It's really fake it till you make it. Another one. I actually remember 2 quotes today. Woo. So that's what ends up happening with that. And the reason why the question is if you're happy where you are, which is a question I've asked this before. So if you listen to previous episodes, you know this question is, say you're a flower or a seed, whatever it may be. At what point is a seed or a flower perfect? Now, is it when it's completely wilted? Is it when it's completely grown? Is it when it's the seed? Is it when it's just budding? Is it when it becomes a transformer? The answer is it's always perfect, but that's because it doesn't try to be something it's not. In the world of self-improvement, you're going against that because you're trying to technically become something you're not. And it's not a jarring thing like you're trying to go from I'm like 6 foot tall. You're not trying to go from like 6 foot tall guy to a 7 foot tall guy. It's not anything jarring like that, but it's more you're trying to improve yourself. And technically that improved version of you, it has similarities to your previous version of you, like you from a year ago. But it's still an improvement. It's technically could be considered a different person overall, because as a race, we all have similarities. So you have to figure out, when you say happy, what does that mean? So for me, I can definitely say I'm happy because I'm improving and I'm moving forward in life, even though my pace isn't as fast as I would like to. The idea of me improving even slowly is amazing for me. Now, I can't say the same about me 2-3 years ago, because at that moment, as it just to make more sense, I was at a moment in time where I just wasn't progressing. Actually, I wasn't progressing for years at that point, like years. And I was just trying my best and just running against a brick wall, trying my best to improve. And I just couldn't. And unfortunately, at that point, I didn't realize what was the thing that was hindering me. Now I do, in hindsight, because hindsight's 2020. If anyone knows the stories about it, they know exactly why that was a thing. So with that hindrance gone overall, my progression has started moving forward. So at that point, I was hitting this wall. I couldn't progress. I couldn't get better. I couldn't do anything because I was trying my best when nothing was happening. I was just like, I don't know why this isn't working. And I was extremely unhappy because I was trying my best to improve. And no matter what level of improvement I would do, it would mean nothing. I'm improving little by little, getting a little bit better, getting back to the gym, doing little small things here and there. And I feel drastically better. So when the question is, are you happy? Me personally? Yeah, I am. I'm happy because I'm improving at a pace. I'm actually moving forward. I'm actually working towards what I want to do in life or things I would like to do in life. When I could say no, the answer is no, because I'm not where I want to be. So when someone asks you this question, are you happy? You make sure you explain a little bit more. Because someone say, are you happy? You be like, yeah, I'm happy because blank, 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 blank. Or if you say, no, I'm not happy because blank, 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 blank. But at the end of the day, the answer to the question is, are you happy? It's going to be yes and no. No. If anybody says, are you happy? And you're like, yeah, I'm happy. And that's just it. I mean, if somebody really answers that question simply, are you happy? And instantly says yes, and doesn't take time to think about it, you probably should be friends with them because they don't have any critical thinking skills. But is this a simple question of like, are you happy? Hopefully you all are. Something in your life is bringing you some sort of joy. And that's pretty much it. In all honesty, it's not a very hard question. It's just understanding that you might be unhappy with certain things in your life, but you have to find the things that you are happy about overall. But just want to keep everything short. This thought that says, whoa, I just started like a champion. I tried to avoid it the whole time. But anyways, I just thought this was something very interesting to speak about, and I wanted to put an episode about it. But as always, thanks for listening, and don't forget to shut the front door.